Not only are diesel prices at a new record high, but they're actually predicting diesel shortages.
Oh, cool.
So I'd like to imagine that we're headed towards a future where we have this, one step closer towards utopia. Poverty is being eliminated. But if there's no diesel, nothing's being sent to your house. Your local grocery store is going to have no meat. And you better start figuring out what you would do in a circumstance like this.
So what is the reason behind the diesel shortage? I'm actually curious. That's the thesis of the article, but I want to know why.
I think it's just they say to drop in production.
Drop in production.
Increased demand and a drop in production. They're saying a shortage may be next. And I think Joe Biden said, we don't got enough truckers, man. It's like someone already super chatted us, and we'll read it in a bit. They said that the cost of fuel is greater than what they make, so they quit.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Right. Well, okay, scarcity of an important commodity, I guess. That's not good. But, I mean, I'm still, there's still a good reason to be generally optimistic about the U.S. economy in terms of, finding alternatives. I mean, the higher price one thing gets, the more people figure out a way to use different resources or come up with a technological innovation,
So you're not shorting it, is what you're telling us?
No, I'm not going to. I'm not shorting the American economy has been a loser's bet for 100 years, right? That's, if you're talking about what has been a bad idea, shorting the American economy has been a historically bad idea.
I'd say I think betting on the American economy is the best thing you can do, because in the event the American economy collapses and you live inside of it, who cares?
Exactly.
Right. Oh, you're in trouble.
I'm all in.
Gold.
Exactly.
The people who hedge, it's sort of, this is kind of like the classic answer to people who are buying gold. It's like, well, why are you buying gold? It's like, well, the economy is going to collapse. I'm like, gold ain't going to. You want to buy bullets and spam.
Right.
If that's your hedge against, if you're trying to hedge against that, you're not hedging with the right instrument.
I always found this funny when people, Alex Jones would always talk about buying gold and stuff. And then I was like, what am I going to do with gold in an apocalypse?
Yeah.
Am I going to be walking down the street and some guy's going to have a sandwich and I'll be like, I'll give you gold for it. He'll be like, I don't want to carry that. It's heavy.
You can make batteries with
You make a
it.
grill.
Sure. You're going to make a battery. There's going to be a guy and he's going to have a wild boar and you're going to say, I have a raw piece of gold you can make a battery with. He's going to go, that's a good point. I will give you. No.
It's the Baghdad battery I was talking about. Have you ever seen those?
If you were walking down the street in the apocalypse and a guy on the left has a bottle of water and the guy on the right has food, or I believe you better. If you're walking down the street and there's a guy with a big sandwich and you have gold and the guy next to you has a bottle of water, who do you think's getting a piece of that sandwich?
Yeah, once basic needs are met, it comes down to the metals, like copper.
No,
because you make bronze with it to make weapons, stabby weapons, so that you can take the food.
The person with the water bottle is going to walk up to the guy with the sandwich and say, I'll give you some water for some of your sandwich. And he'll be like, deal. And you'll walk up, I got gold. And they'll be like, I can't eat that.
And the other guy's going to be like, I got this knife. And you're like, ah. So that's that's where the metal was for. It was weapons.
So
basically.
and generally I think, you don't need to hedge that much against general
not
apocalypse. One, it's extraordinarily unlikely. And two, the idea that you would find the correct hedge is low.
Well, no, it is. Hedging for the apocalypse is moving out to the middle of nowhere, getting chickens, getting some emergency food.
You guys are doing, actually.